Hey guys, it's FanFans47 here with another hotel room tour. Today we're here at the Comfort Suites in Altoona, Pennsylvania. I'm staying here to go see the Union Pacific Big Boy steam locomotive. I hope to get some pictures out on Instagram regarding that, so look forward to seeing those. But anyway, I'm going to start off by saying, as I go throughout the room, you're going to notice quite a few issues in terms of cleanliness. When I first got here, this room was disgusting. And unfortunately, this place is sold out, so they had nowhere to move me to when I complained about it. So the receptionist quickly went through the vac in my shoulder where all the major areas of crumbs and trash were. And she was able to get most of it. So it's better than it was, but it's still not perfect, and you're definitely going to see some imperfections. So anyway, we'll start over here in the entryway. Here's a little foyer area right here, with of course the entry door, and the door to the adjoining room, which I'm not using. Here's the exit plan right here. You can see I'm in room 304. Here's a peephole you can see out. Sorry, it's not focused. And over here you got a deadbolt, an E-lock, and the main handle of course. And this is all ripped off for some reason. I don't know how that happened. And you have two light switches. The first one is for this main light here in the foyer, and this other switch is for that light that's on the other side by the beds. As you can see, it's kind of weird that the switch for that's over here. I mean, you can control it over there, but I don't know, it'd make more sense if this one was controlled by a switch, but oh well. And then this sort of trap door looking thing here, which I'm assuming is access for the plumbing. You can see there's a little imprint from where the deadbolt has been slammed a couple times. And there's a little dirty spot there. I think that's just a stain though. 2 Footbuster 9000s, one for each door. And you got an outlet right there, as you can see. And over here is a picture frame of some birch trees. And over here on the floor, you'll notice the first instance of non-sanitariness. You can see all these little crumbs here. So, not okay. Anyway, into the bathroom. Go and turn on the light. These two lights are actually controlled by this motion sensor here, and it can be disabled with this button. See, it just turns them right off. And over here is a normal outlet with the GFCI next to it. We'll go ahead and test the GFCI. It works, I think. Yeah, just the button feels a little weird. The plate's a little loose though. Fan comes on with the light, and there's the light right there. Go and shut the door. Slams. And the lock does work, as you can see. Got another Footbuster 9000 in here. You can see the floors in here are made of tile. The floors in here are actually cleaned pretty well, so that's good. Here's the nice big mirror here with not the greatest lighting. And over here is the American Standard sink. It's got okay water pressure. As you can see, that's a little dirty too. Gross. There's a towel right here. I guess I'll get that with this. I didn't even notice that before. That's another no-no. Got a puck of soap here, Kleenex, and this body lotion, which is supposed to be on this rack here, but this rack is unfortunately broken. There's a part that snapped off that I ended up throwing it away. But oh well. Trash right there, obviously. Toilet paper roll right there. Down there is a hairdryer. You can see the plumbing for the sink. And then you got all these towels here, and I promise you it was not this messy. At first I did this when I was trying to get this towel out. This towel wasn't here before. So yeah, here's the commode. It has a stain in it. It is an American Standard. Right above that is that exact same picture frame. Another stain on the wall right there. The walls on this part are not tiled, they're just this sort of rough material. And over here is the shower bath combo. Go and step in here. You can see the walls here are like these giant marble tiles, and then it has that rough wall above it. And over here you have conditioner and shampoo. There's a soap rack right there. Another one right there. There's your ADA compliant handle. Down here is a floor mat with another puck of soap. Up here is the shower head. I don't know what brand it is, but it looks like it has different modes, you can see. So that's cool. And it's clicking nice and easily, so that means it's working properly. Temperature control. Here's the tub thing. And this thing's loose too, wow. And the overflow and the main drain. And yeah, it's a push clog. Wow. This place just keeps going more and more downhill. At least I didn't plan to take a bath here. That wouldn't have worked. And then, of course, you got your shower curtain. It's only single layer, though. So, oh well. I just got this arc shower curtain. It's kind of thin. And I guess we can go ahead and test the pressure. Let's see if there's a good spot to put the camera down. I guess we'll just put it here. That'll do. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on the water. Oh wow. That's very powerful. Try some dozen modes here. Kind of facing away from me. There's no surprises. That's like a jet mode, I guess. It looks like it just goes through modes, but still, I guess it's a nifty feature. Yeah, I'd say it's a nice shower head. I draw my hand so I don't get the camera too wet. Just do that so it releases the rest of the pressure. And there we go. You can see it drains fairly quick too, so that's good. Let's go ahead and get out of here, but yeah, that drain situation is a disgrace. This place keeps getting worse by the minute. Anyway, out here into the living area, there's this huge desk here. You can see it has this lamp right here, controlled by this switch. It has an outlet next to it, and it also has an outlet on it. Well, two outlets actually. More outlets and USBs next to it, so tons of outlets over here. Got this office chair here. It's a nice little chair. And it looks like it is adjustable, which is nice. And it's got this roll-out table. That was loud. Got my shoes over there. And then over here, got these drawers. These don't have anything in them. They're just for storage. Over here is a standard hotel telephone. 2 pens and this little note sheet. Over here is another trash. And you got your phone line, your Ethernet. And over there is another outlet. And I think I do remember there being some more crumbs over here. We can go ahead and verify that. Yeah. Yeah, not great over here. A lot of people missed the trash and it was not picked up. Like, this over here is even worse. Yeah. Also, a lot of this furniture is just really scratched up. Looks like the wood's rotting everywhere. You'll really see that over on this side. Oh, look at that. And there's more crumbs here. That's disgusting. Over here is this other lamp. There's no way to turn this lamp on and off besides unplugging it and plugging it in as far as on. Oh, there is a switch in there. I just didn't see it earlier. It does have an LED bulb, as you can see. Over here is a Davenport, which does have a hide-a-bed, which was cleaned because I did check it earlier. But these pillows and also these 2 cushions I had to flip over because these things are stained to hell. Look at this thing. This one too, I think. Let's see. Now, this one isn't too bad. But the other side of these is not good. Anyway, it's got this little glass pane here separating the bedroom from the living area. And I don't know if I mentioned, but there is a free outlet there. Come on, focus. Over here we got some stuff. This thermostat is disconnected and doesn't do anything. Got a couple of canvas frames here. Edward Genesis, I believe it's a remote strobe. And a GEEST smoke detector on the sounder base. Got another canvas over here. Up there's a sprinkler, so you can see. And then down here is a coffee table. And I'm sure you've seen this rug plenty of times because that's basically all I've been showing. So there's that. It's obviously wall to wall, like most hotels. Moving on into the bedroom portion. I picked a 2-queen bedroom. This is the only room that they had left. I would have gotten a single king, but didn't have any. Anyway, over here is the Samsung flat screen TV. I believe it's a 40-inch, but unfortunately it's only cable. There's no streaming or anything. Here's the remote. I believe it's the OEM remote. There's some information right there. Pause to read. Over here are the room keys. Like I said, room 304. Both keys look exactly the same. If they want to go back into their little pouch. There we go. Come on. There. Little cubby right here. More drawers right here. Again, nothing in them. And more crumbs. Yeah. Anyway. Got some more stuff over here. Got a Keurig with some coffees and some plastic cups. So you just put the coffee little cartridge thing in there. And then it automatically turns on. You can put the water in there. Close that. It's telling me to place the cup. I'm just going to shut it off. There we go. Down here is a Seasons microwave. This thing's kind of a pain to open. There we go. There's the inside. It does have a turntable and a light. I don't have the clock set. Over here is an ice container with some plastic cups. And in here is a micro fridge. There's the inside. It does have an analog control, as you can see, which is nice. And it looks like this was cleaned. Then you just have an additional couple of cubbies right here. Over here is a closet with 2 sliding glass doors that are mirrored. And here you got an iron that's kind of falling off of its stand. There we go. And an ironing board, a luggage rack, a blanket, God knows how clean it is based on the rest of the room, and some coat hangers. And this does open from both sides, by the way. See? Over here is the Seasons P-TAC. See, it is being controlled locally. I'll make a separate video on this, by the way. And you do have dual layered curtains. You got your blackout curtain. Well, actually, it's not really a blackout curtain. It's just a decorative curtain that goes to there. It's got this other decorative curtain sort of thing. It almost looks like a Roman shade. It's got this little privacy shield, and behind that is the true blackout curtain. Go ahead and open these up and get some light in here. This is looking out from the 3rd floor of the hotel, and the view is actually quite nice. You can see there's a lot of mountains and stuff. This is looking out the front of the hotel. You can see up there. Looks like it might be, I can't tell if that's a ski lift or it's just electrical wires. I think it's just electrical wires. But yeah, the window does not open. I don't see anywhere where there's a latch or anything. And before we move on to the most important part, we'll have a look at the nightstand, which is right here. There's the good book. This is that lamp I was showing earlier that gets controlled by the front switch. It also gets controlled by this switch here. So that means if you want to use this outlet right here, you have to leave that switch on. And if you want to use that outlet with this off, then yeah, you do that same thing. Another charging station right here. And now for the most important part, the 2 queen-size beds. It looks like the sheets on these have been changed, which is good. I did a quick peek at these earlier. I didn't see anything. Yeah, these are spotless. So, at least there's that. Pillows are not great, per usual. And just a hardwood headboard. Pillows are pretty much the same over here. Got worried, I thought that was a big stain for a second. That's just a tag. This looks pretty good too. And you'll notice some more cleanliness issues back here. You know what? Let me get a flashlight again. I will say right now, this may trigger a certain number of people watching this. I tried to pick most of them up, but there are fingernails here. And there's just some other crumbs over here. There's like this weird thing here. There's like this, what even is that thing? It's like a piece of electrical wire or something. What is that doing there? How did it get there? Anyway, there's a cubby right here in the nightstand. I think I forgot to mention that earlier. Oh, there's a hair on my lens. Hang on. There. I apologize for anybody who was distracted by that for all the video that happened before that moment. But anyway, you can see there's another sprinkle over here I forgot to mention. And the walls in the main room are also this sort of rough pattern that you see on a lot of exteriors of houses down south that are meant to repel the heat. So, yeah. All in all, as you can probably tell, I'm not impressed with this place. Like, this place does have potential, I will say that. It has everything you need for a short-term stay. But just the cleanliness here is just abysmal. If I could, I would change rooms or even change hotels, but there's like nothing else around here. This is like the only place that was available because of this whole railroad event that's going on. But anyway, this was certainly an interesting video to make. So with all that said, I'll go ahead and show the hide-a-bed. So I'll just move this table out of the way. It's pretty light, so I can do it with one hand. I put the pillows off the side. This will give me a chance to show you the stains on the other side of these cushions. Boom. Look at that. Check this one. I don't think this one was as bad. There's a little stain there. There's a little one there too, but it's not as bad. And this was worse before, but you can still see there's some crumbs here. At least it's on the inside. Go ahead and pull up and out. The light comes down, per usual. And there we go. Like I said before, I did check this, and it looks pretty much spotless. Can't say it's the most comfy in the world, but it'll do. Although I'm not sleeping on this anyway. Definitely one of the lighter hide-a-beds that I've handled. Do I dare look under here? And there's a straw. There's a straw. How does a straw get missed? And it wasn't even taken out. Alright, this place sucks. Don't come here.